Hi and welcome to my channel. Here's my camera. Hello, welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk today. This channel's kind of about preaching. As it's gone on so far. I got one other video. This is my second video, episode 2. I wanted to speak about how there are actually angels here who live on Earth in human form since the time of Jesus. Seeing since about the time of Jesus, the reason for Jesus coming was because of humans' sinful DNA. DNA became so sinful, so polluted with sin, that man couldn't bear the sight of angels' true skin, true form on earth anymore. As before the time of Jesus, God and the angels used to, walk the earth than themselves, and God spoke to humans through the air, through burning bushes, and with Moses, and angels used to walk the earth in their true form, just like stories in the Old Testament go. And it I'm having trouble finding this one part in the Bible, but I think it's Old Testament, and I haven't read a lot of the Old Testament, to be straightforward with you and honest. But towards the end of, I think it's towards the end of the Old Testament but the story goes is that an angel was walking up to a human campfire one time. Excuse me here. Angel walked up to a human campfire one time, and as the human looked up to the angel, it caused him pain to bear sight of the angel's true form. Causing him to be blinded by the angel's true form, because because his sin became so polluted, so so polluted by sinful DNA. And and this was the time before Jesus Christ, and before salvation through Christ, and when we sacrificed for atonement for our sins. So this was before people getting people being saved from sin, and becoming losing their sin, thus being saved. you know and Anyway, when the time of Jesus came down in the human form, from heaven, angels also were born into human incarnate, or even sent down in human shells. Depends on God's plan and mission for their service. And it depends on are they here down for a lifelong, and multiple lives even. I know this because I've actually have a friend who is an angel. He's been a family friend for about 9 years. About 9 years, 8, 9, 10 years now. Years have gone on to about, I remember hanging out in like 2010. So yeah, it's like 9 years. Wow, it makes me feel like I am getting old. I'm 24. Anyways, I've known this guy. He's been a family friend for 9 years, and some 10, 11 years ago, my brother, 9, 10, 11 years ago, my brother moved out to this place, and he was living on the beaches, when living on the beaches. He was homeless, and anyways, my brother not always being the most faithful person, kind of turning in and out of faith. you know, he met this friend, and actually the week that my brother was living out on these beaches, you know, my mother was praying for an angel to come to my brother, and um, you know, about 3 days later, my brother called my mom, and he's like he said to my mother, "Mom, I want you to meet my new friend, so and so. Um, he's a believer in Yeshua, which is, you know, Hebrew for Jesus." Um, and so he put her on the phone. My mom, being a very, you know, in depth into the Bible, in her room reading, kind of Christian, um, you know, you know, as he handed over the phone to him, you know, to talk to my mom and to meet my mom over the phone, and you know, my mom said, you know, I prayed for you, and he said, I know. That's how the story goes, as I remember it, um, and you know, since then, it wasn't long after that he vacationed up north, you know, to our house, as I was a teenager, you know, living with my parents still, and well, yeah, you know, he's taught me so much. I mean, you know, there's not only is there angels and well, demons who walk this earth. There are actually, you know, to note that right now is that there's about 300,000 physical angels here on earth in the physical human form, to about 100,000, um, the same kind of ratio, one third to one third of the demons to you know, three times, you know, the angels here in the physical human form. I've met other people who, well, I'll go on to that in a moment, after I reveal what I'm revealing next. Is that about 300 years after Adam and Eve um, fell from Eden, um, it's not likely talked about, but an angel or a demon had sex with a human being, creating what is called therianthropes. And we know about giants, like in the Bible, mainly in the Old Testament. You know, like in the Bible, both Old Testament and New Testament is talked about. Um, you know, well, mainly in the Old Testament, referring to giants, and you know, David and Goliath, and um, are actually offspring of demons, and humans. You know, they're called therianthropes, and this ranges from everything from Nephilim, which are giants, to reptilians, shapeshifters of all different kinds of animal, like human, like uh, creatures, vampires, werewolves, not gnomes, not pixies or fairies or anything like that, or elves, not elves, nothing like that. But you know, it's Hollywood has its own share in this kind of, you know, knows, you know, the world knows about this stuff, and it's coming out, and I think I'm going to be the one of the first, you know, people to talk about this on the internet, as far as revealing, you know, in kind of a video type YouTube kind of statute. This is, you know, these have been talked about. It's been talked about in the streets. I've met a therianthrope, a cat, you know, um, a Spartan half cat, one of the last generations of a Spartan and half Roman, something I forget off the top of my head. I want to kind of keep this video short. I've also met, you know, on a dating website, an angel and demon. You know, I talked to them and they seemed very deceived, and they didn't want to talk about their situation a lot. You know, as as I, as demons can become angels again too, um, and angels can still fall to become and become a demon. Is as time, judgment day hasn't come, and so this is, it's still, we're still living this life of under the the curse of Adam and Eve, um, fall from Eden with the apple, so here we are in time counting, the time, the days, as we wait, as we are expecting our Savior. And anyways, excuse me, I kind of got off track there. Um, and so yeah, here I am being one of the first persons to actually talk to this on a platform type place other than social media, you know, Facebook and that, and it's talked on the streets. I've ran into a guy who who for instance, told me, mentioned Mammon and how he's mutated into the marijuana plant, which was something I directly learned from my angel friend, which is also the demon of greed, um, and which is mentioned in the Bible. His, drug abuse being a very greedy thing. I'm a drug addict myself, recovering actually 2.5 years, about just over, and well, and so, anyways, being sober, this guy mentioned Mammon to me. I'm like, pointed to him. I was like, God bless you. I was like, and he seemed like he knew Jesus. He had salvation, but he also started talking. By the end of our conversation, started talking about mythology, and the thing is with mythology is that the gods are really actually the true demons, and the demons of mythology are actually angels and God Himself, Jesus, and that's the thing with mythology, and is and I think I'm gonna make this a 20-minute video, maybe 25 tops, one of those cool videos people can, people that take their time to sit down and watch. And anyways, so I could tell that there was still some, there's still some deceivingness. I noticed he smoked cigarettes, or he was smoking a cigar, a cheap cigarette, cigarello type of thing, and bless him, bless his body, and bless his himself as a creature, but he still knew about Mammon, and he still knew it was wrong, and though he struggles with life, and like we all do, we make mistakes, and we're not perfect, as children of God. And anyways, so yeah, this is the time that angels are revealing themselves, and all, and other creatures will be, demons will be revealing themselves too, and trying to deceive you as, us, themselves, us as, deceive us, claiming to be gods, or or um or angels themselves, and performing miracles, flying saucers, that are coming in and freaking people out like that. Those are demons. Aliens are angels, demons, and therianthropes. And flying saucers, spooking people in airports and stuff like that. That's not the work of angels. That's the work of demons. Um, I have neighbors who have seen spooky stuff, or just over next door here, who've seen flying saucers just overhead of their house here, of their trailer, just across the street, from the house, and that's not the work of angels. That's the work of demons, who are coming and being suspicious and mysterious like that, you know. Um, and this this man, and God says to test all spirits, um, is says to test all spirits, and trust me, I have tested my friend's spirit all the time with everything, everything we talk about, and I see from him on social media or whatever, and I can tell you that he is 100% true. Where he comes from, and he's 100% honest, and 100% he's a great guy. And you know, um, and I'm gonna mention that we'll leave it like that. And anyways, yeah, what else cool, we're running, I guess. I kind of came up to a point there where what else is cool, about him, and revealing this to the world, in this, in this form, you know um, about him is, what's up, buddy. I'm gonna call him Jack. I'm just gonna call him Jack for reference. Jack. Jack. He's a Jack. He's a good guy, man. He's been a friend of the family's for about 9 years now, and he never, we never leave his prayers. He's an angel of war and weather. Um, he's a general, in God's army. Um, an angel of war and weather. There's angels of all different kinds of types. There's angels who just sing, sing melodies for God in heaven and worship Him. It's just what they do, and there are angels of all different types, and we are all servants of God, and as Christians, as servants of God in His army, and we're all brothers and sisters, and may God bless us all, and may God bless this message to all who hear it, and to all out there, and to me, and into this world, heaven and earth, and Jesus, who's gone ahead to Galilee, um, and the Holy Spirit. We're coming up to 18 minutes, and I think it's kind of a good time to kind of close out. So there are angels and there are demons, and there are therianthropes. Angels and demons who, and I wanted to mention too, there are actually people here in this day, the date, July or June. I mean, it's June 24th, I think it is, 2019. There are people here today, who is holy enough actually to be able to see angels in their true form. Who I haven't seen spiritual angels. I've seen matter, matter clouds and stuff like that. Things that I've seen demons. I'm a drug addict. Sober drug addict. A recovering drug addict, and my last week smoking marijuana, I started to see black clouds of what I was realizing. It took me 10 months of realizing Mammon, the demon mutated in marijuana, the demon of greed, the demon of drug abuse. I started. It took me 10 months of knowing that he was mutated in marijuana for me to actually quit and put down the pot, for me to put down the marijuana, and and give it up. Finally, give it up, and just let go of it. And that last week, I started. I saw that. I saw that demon in that cloud, and in my chair, and I just knew it was dark energy, bad energy, and that was the day I put down the pot. I threw it away. My friend wanted it even, and I scattered it all over the garbage can. That way, he couldn't pick it up, and just spare him I didn't want to be responsible for giving him any of that either, and I since that day I've not smoked marijuana, and I'm done. I can tell you I'm done for life, um um and well, and I've also asked my buddy Jack, I'll say his name, Jack, uh, not really his name, Jack. We've talked to him, and angels can actually be, come, forth to you in black matter too, black clouds and stuff like that too. It's just because it's black doesn't mean it's just a demon, but that one day I knew that was an evil spirit, um, definitely lurking around. There's actually, Mammon has actually been in my life, influenced my life here recently. Greed. I've noticed myself, selfishness here, and let's not get into the whole spiritual demon things. These spirits are all around, all around us, and beyond the physical form, like, some of these angels and demons and therianthropes are, um, and so, and Christians, know that, and so, yeah, you know, angels, man, they're good, and may God bless this video, and may this be a blessing to the world, as my buddy Jack has been to me. Um, and let's continue this what you call it, this evangelism, and and bear life, man. Take, and live life, and love life, and love the Lord our God, and love Jesus, and may God bless all, and let's peace out.